Thank you all for coming out today. I know it's a little chilly and you'd probably rather be back at the office, but this week is an important milestone for us as we get ready to begin the viaduct closure. A lot of preparation has gone into getting to this point. A couple of the key messages that I wanted to share with you all today as we get ready for this is there's some new videos that we've released today about getting around after the tunnel opens, and I think those are really important for travelers and folks that live and work downtown to understand that when we open up 99, it's going to look and feel differently than it did when you used the viaduct. And so that's an important message for people. And I think those videos are really informative and encourage people to take a look at that, and you all should do that. Try to add that into your stories as you're talking about this over the next few days. But most importantly, what we have starting Friday is the first of the closures here at Royal Brome. The on and off ramps into SODO will be closed at 10 o'clock on Friday night. There's about 23,000 vehicles per day that use these two ramps in total, and those folks that work and live in SODO will be impacted. And so we're trying to get that message out to folks that you'll need to plan alternate routes to get in and out of SODO, particularly for folks that live in the north end. So the two ramps include the southbound off-ramp from the main line to South Atlantic Street. That ramp will close at 10 o'clock on Friday, and then the ramp right behind me, the Royal Brome ramp northbound, will close also at 10 o'clock on Friday. There's a fair amount of work that we need to do in the coming week before the big closure starts on the 11th, and tackling some of that work this weekend and next week is paramount to getting ahead of and dealing with some of the work that then starts on the 11th. And for example, we walked a lot of you through the tunnel a few weeks back, and we talked about removing all that geofoam that's underneath the main line. Well, that geofoam is part of the on-ramps, is also underneath this current temporary on-ramp. And so starting to tackle some of that work, closing this ramp, we can actually remove that geofoam, and then we can start building some barrier. There's some exposing of those walls that allow us to dowel in and begin the shotcreting and permanent barrier work and permanent walls for the north and southbound on-ramps. So that work will get started. All of this is what we call sort of risk mitigation, meaning this is work that if we tried to squeeze it into the 3 weeks, we'd probably be pushing ourselves a little bit hard at the end, and this gives us a little bit of flexibility. It also helps us in the event that we get some really cold weather, we get some snow, we have some potential weather impacts. This work that we're tackling at these ramps allows us to kind of get ahead of that and ensure that we finish the closure in the 3 weeks that we've got allocated. So those are the big takeaways I want everybody to get today. I really encourage you to take a look at the videos. I think they're really informative, and they'll help people learn about how they're going to use the on and off ramps to get into Seattle from 99.